TRX4 rock roller in blue color, which is a new release for this year, one of the first new releases. The car was released, I think, was it about 2 years ago from memory, originally, the TRX4.
And there was a really huge hype about it because nothing like it had even been thought of before.
Just before it.
Yeah, so for people that don't know, the TRX4s are a chassis which has a crawling function because you can change the gearbox. It's got 2 speeds. Or you switch to the second speed, which is more of a regular sort of radio control speed. It's also got lockable diffs.
Absolutely.
So it's got working diffs for regular driving, sharper cornering, and then
you can remotely lock your diffs.
Yep, that's right. So you can do there's
front,
3.
So you can have fully open, front locked only, and front and rear locked.
Right.
So you got three options actually, and you can adjust that from your controller. So how about we open this up?
Yeah, why not?
So
all right.
This has been one of my favorite actually. In the last couple of years, I've been playing a lot with one of these cars.
Well, you customized one, haven't you?
Customized one. I actually broke it a few times.
Broke it?
But I have to admit that this car is actually really tough. You can go up to 3 cell batteries, which is 11.1 volts, and the speed is actually quite considerable. You can put a brushless system if you want to. So I think one of my cars was getting to 50 kilometers an hour roughly.
Yep.
Which is quite a good speed for a crawler, and that becomes quite interesting when you're going to sand dunes. It will actually jump over the sand dunes, which is nice.
We did a video where you showed how to put the
yes, we did a couple of videos actually on the brushless system on the TRX4 and also on general maintenance on the differentials. It's on the channel actually.
Okay, just in here we've got the
traditional radio. So that's a really good radio from Traxxas actually. So this is the traditional Traxxas TQI radio, and here is where you have your second speed control. So that's this red button here. So you got low speed and high speed, faster speed.
I guess it's really easy to get to because it's just under your thumb.
Yeah, so you hold it like that, and you can switch it really easy.
Yep, anytime you want.
And up here is when you lock and unlock your differentials.
Yep.
So let's see, we just jump here, so it's probably easier to see. Here we go. So that's your speed, and up here you go your diff locking kind of.
So a little toggle switch.
Open, front locked.
Yep.
Fully locked.
Okay.
This way.
Oh, it's easy.
And these are the usual
the trims, are they?
just the trims and so forth. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Very good radio. You have also the option of attaching a Bluetooth module at the back here, which
for doing updates.
Yeah, to update the radio, but you can actually tune endpoints on your steering. So if you do put a new servo in, you need to adjust your endpoints of the steering servo, and you can do that from your phone with an app.
Oh, makes
you
it
can
easy.
still do that through the radio normally, but it's a matter of going through the menu by clicking at these red buttons and checking the lights. So it's a bit involved, really.
Yep.
So that's the Traxxas radio.
Okay.
So,
yep.
and here we go. Here's the car. So always come with good clear cover, cheap body pins.
There we go. Okay, so it's a very neat looking chassis. It's got a lot of scale detail. So there's actual metal rails for the chassis that run all the way along. So let's see here.
There we go.
Okay, so let's just look at it here. So you got the front end here.
Your servos at the front there.
Yes.
Got the motor at the front.
This way.
There we go. That's good.
Okay, so motor at the front. So obviously on a real car you expect the motor to be at the front as well. Let's just focus in there. And then you've got the battery that mounts across the top.
One interesting thing in the battery is that you can put a smaller battery, and there is a bit of a dip here. So if you want to lower the center of gravity, you put like about I think 2,000 milliampere battery will fit in the gap there.
Yeah, it's like a little recess, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
and it's clever the battery holder as well, because this can actually be flipped around, and it's at a different height for different
different
batteries.
type of batteries, so they don't shuffle around.
So that's 23mm, and then the standard side here was 26mm for a taller battery.
There we go.
Yep.
So because you can put up to 3S batteries. So
you get your speed controller here, which is 3-cell capable. Just see the little blue servo here for changing the speed.
Speed, yeah.
And then here you got 2 servos here with cables which run to the front and the rear diff. And then this side, this box here, that's the receiver box, and that's been sealed, so it's water resistant. You got the antenna poking up here.
Yep.
And then from the side you'll be able to see how you've got the suspension that sort of floats here on the arms. So they're solid rear axles.
With portals, actually.
Yes.
See if you can
So
see
do
them from
that.
there.
So you might be able to maybe just see the portal here.
Yeah.
So the portal it's a different level of the
Correct.
actual axle. So
Correct.
it's got
A bit more clearance, effectively.
That's
The axle
right.
will have more clearance.
so that's on the front and the back. And then you got your diffs here, and you've got your locking mechanism in there as well. And then your shocks, they're aluminium bodied shocks.
Body shocks, yeah. So really well built car. It does come with a brush motor, which is actually really good for the application.
Yep.
The speed control is also quite really nice. It does have, I think, five different programs that you can change through to have full motor brake, and it
Right.
actually does perform really well.
Okay.
So
well, we've seen it with the amount of
Correct.
torque. It's been pushing things around.
Absolutely. So well built car, and this one is with this really nice blue color, which is a new color. So
Yep.
it does come with all this kind of rocker cage and roof rack.
Yep.
It's quite nice.
Got really supple suspension, so if I
Yes.
just press it down and just let it go, just
So
see.
it come back up. There's quite a few modifications you can do to these cars actually.
Yep.
First being suspensions, you can change the oil in the suspensions.
Yep.
Generally speaking, you want to put a really lightweight oil. Sometimes even run almost without oil, so it actually has.
So it reacts quicker.
Yeah, it does
Oh,
react
right.
a bit quicker.
Yep.
And follows a bit better the bumps and so forth.
Right.
And here it is. So
I mean, this particular body style has been really popular, hasn't it?
it is. So they start originally with the silver and the red,
Yes.
and then there is quite a few different colors. They had a green,
Yes.
a
That was
limited
a
edition
one.
yellow. The green and the yellow had clear windows too,
Right.
actually, which is not the case on this one, but the color is quite nice. It's a metallic blue, so brilliant looking color. So
So how does this compare to
this one here.
your
So-
custom machine?
Whoops. Okay, so this one is the same car, the same chassis, but with quite a few modifications. So first of all, you can see it's a lot wider.
Yes.
It's really wide, so we put a widening kit, so it's about 50mm wider at each end.
Yes.
So it's a bit extreme, but then again it's an upgrade. Let's remove quickly the body and have a look at that.
So underneath the chassis is pretty much the same, but you can see the little optional extras. So your electronics are different.
So we put a brushless system here from Performa Racing, which is an HB racing brand.
Yep.
A slightly different servo, a bit more powerful servo, specifically when you're going, say, downhill and you're trying to turn the wheels against the direction that you're driving. You put a lot of strain on the servo, so sometimes you may want to put a bit of a stronger servo.
Yep. I guess that helps it sort of climb out of
As well.
stuck ditches and things
Correct,
like that as well.
correct. We have brass portals at the front to put more weight on the front of the car, specifically when you're climbing. You want to have the
so
weight
it
at the
gives you
front.
the stability.
Correct. So
Okay.
this car can climb quite steep hills, up to 50 degrees.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
But we've done a couple of different couple of upgrades. So the brass portals at the front, and then we have a overdrive and an underdrive at the rear.
Oh, okay. So,
So-
that was different
Gears
gears
on the differential. So
Yep.
what that does is reducing the speed rotation of the wheels at the back and
Right.
increasing the one at the front.
Yep.
So that when you go on the gas, you don't have that much kind of
So
backwards.
there's like is it the squat?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not squatting as much.
Yes.
So
Okay. So you got more control
more
as you're
control,
going over rough ground.
and it will be able to climb the steeper kind of climbs.
Okay.
What else we have in here?
We got these red gearbox.
We had red gearboxes here. Yeah, it's probably might be hard to see there because it's there's protection plate here as well.
Yeah, that's optional as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And we've got the side steps as well in metal, and the front and rear bumpers. Here we go.
They're a bit special, aren't they?
Yes, different wheels as well.
Oh,
So these wheels are 2.2 wheels on 1.9 tires.
right.
So the bigger wheels are on the same roughly size tires actually. So they look kind of low profile, a bit more low profile actually.
Yeah. Okay.
The tires are from RC 4-wheel drive and they're extremely soft as well. So
Oh, there's a huge difference.
very big difference, yes. So there is a lot of tunability on these cars.
Yeah. Well, I guess being so soft, you can see it there. It's just going to grip around a rock,
Absolutely,
isn't it? Okay.
absolutely. So
There's
what else in here?
huge scope for
Modification.
yeah. And then the body, you did something special.
So the body, this was effectively the same body as that one, but we actually cut it at the back and did a bit of a tray kind of solution.
Yeah. You got the ute happening.
We have the ute version happening, so we had to shorten the roof rack as well. So it was a little bit of work. It was a good modeling exercise.
Interesting colour too.
Yes. So this was my attempt of using TS colors on a polycarbonate body. So
Yep.
we actually could talk about that in another session, but TS color normally don't work too well with Lexan because they're not flexible, and normally when you spray them, they tend to peel off.
Yes.
So what we did in this situation, we actually prepared the body with a clear PS, which is a polycarbonate body.
Yep.
Then we sprayed a TS, this TS, I don't remember, I think it was a 43 from memory. And then we painted again with a PS clear. So
So it's like sandwich between them.
Correct.
Okay.
And so far the result has been really good. So it hasn't been peeling off,
Yeah,
and
good.
it's worked quite well. Here we go.
Nifty trick.
Indeed, indeed. So, so this is the Traxxas TRX4.
Okay. Yes.
So there's lots
So
of
very
option
nice
parts.
vehicle.
Yes. And here we go. Put it back to the body, so you see the difference between the two.
I've also got some people saying that they like the dual even cab look. That's got a lot of
Yes.
things.
Yes.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Very good. So, does anyone have any other questions on this?
Well, you can feel how your shocks are different.
Yes. So these shocks are empty actually.
Okay.
They're running empty. So obviously everyone has different preferences. So but this specific one were emptied. So a big difference between the two. There's a lot more weight on this car as well.
Right.
So
I imagine with the extra brass.
yeah, correct. The
and
wheels are
metal.
quite heavy too. So
Yeah.
often you put wheels to put more weight on the car compared to the plastic one that come in a kit.
Yep.
The metal ones do have quite considerably more weight.
There you go. That's a bit different, isn't it?
It